Well, hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox. You're on the panel tonight is the one and only Fox and the legend that is JFK. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Good evening, Oxjer. Good evening, Fox. I'm doing very well, my friend. Thank you.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Jimmy. Evening, listeners.
Well, come on, Fox. A bit there to all the Rangers fans all over the world.
Oh, don't speak to me about him. Send me a text this morning saying TUI hotels abroad. That's all I got out of him. He's disappeared now for 10 days.
The best treasure in the world,
Oh, dear.
We'll need to be checking the accounts, mate. That's the second cruise he's been away in 2 months.
Captain Pugwash.
He does more cruising. He does more on boats than Travel Rug. Oh, Bridgeman. So Bridgeman's away in it's a special birthday for his good lady. So if he's listening, all the archives, all the best to your good self, Bridge, and your good lady. Hope you have a great holiday. No doubt at some time he'll be phoning in for some port. Right, I'm going to give you a question and I'll put it to everybody that's listening to the show. I watched the game yesterday. I quite enjoyed it. I thought but what I can't work out, were we good or were Derby stinking? So if people get any thoughts on that, what's the number, JFK? Because I need to know the answer. What's the number?
0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Fox?
At rangersradio.online on Skype, and we'll bring you into the call.
Right, I'll go to you first, JFK. Were we good or were they stinking?
No, I thought we were good, mate. I thought we were good in a lot, especially I heard different people saying that they thought that we played poor in patches. I thought the first half hour, I thought we were absolutely wonderful, and then the last half hour again, their goalkeeper pulled off some fantastic saves. Some were fitba. It was a joy to watch. That was Derby County's last game before they start playing Saturday in the Championship, so they were up to speed the same as us. I enjoyed the game. I don't know there is some negativity out there about they were a bad team and made us look good.
That's what I can't work out, JFK, because I can see that, but you can only play what's in front of you in a game of football. And when the game finished yesterday, I thought we could have hammered them, and I mean hammered them. And we were streets of them at every position on the pitch, and I'm thinking they're paying big bucks for their team,
All right, well, I mean, you're right, and more so when you saw the way that the guy Tom Lawrence reacted to getting the ball taken off him by Tarvey last night. That was a red card all day, mate. The big boy Huddleton, he was putting himself about well, so they were up for it, Waggy, we played Waggy right out the game. He must have thought is in for a treat, because a lot of people were saying, if you wanted to hear that the Derby fans were, nearly 2,500 as far as I hear, and it looked that way. They thought they were going to do us, but we stopped Waggy, and then they brought on Akichi Anya as well. So look, they've got a team of millions, and I thought it was a good game. 1-0. I'll take 1-0 all day. I feel
you're the Bridgeman seat. You take 1-0 every week.
But no, see, obviously reading different forums today and looking online on the papers and that, and you'd have thought that we were playing a Diddy team for the Championship. They were 90 minutes away from being promoted into the Premiership, and I thought they equipped themselves well, and I thought we dealt with it. See, at the end of the day, we could have won 4 or 5-0. Their goalkeeper was magnificent yesterday.
Fox, how about your thinking, mate?
Very hard to judge with pre-season games exactly where we are. We opened up against Oxford, beat them 5-0 if I remember right, and then we went into the Europa against St Joseph and we thrashed them. Then came Olympique Marseille. We looked as though we gave them a wee bit of a cuffing. What was after that? Blackburn, aye. Blackburn, we won each draw, but we were far better than them as well. and New Derby County, Progress Niedercorn in between there. Well, we were all at the top of them as well. Derby County. I thought they came up here thinking it was going to be a stroll for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they started to get frustrated when they couldn't get a kick of the ball. To be quite honestly, I thought after about 20 minutes when the game settled down, I thought we totally controlled the game and hardly gave them a kick. And I think that's where the frustration was coming for the Derby players. They were sticking the boot in and everything else for a wee bit over the top for a pre-season game for me. But that's just the way it is. I thought we were really, really, really clever.
All right.
You know.
So you two are gone for that we played well. I accept that, mate. I just sometimes you just question, how good we're opposition, and I was expecting a 1-0, a trouncing, but it was a 1-0 doing, JFK.
Yeah, it was, mate. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Look, the stats don't lie. 7 games, right? Europe and friendlies. 23 goals, 12 of them were in Euro, and 1 goal lost. Now, that to me, that's great pre-season form, And like the Foxman was saying there, look, they came yesterday expecting to run out of Tapper Rangers. We're Derby County, nearly getting to the Championship. We can spend millions. And they thought they were going to trounce us yesterday. And some of their tackle, I mean, the Rang referee was in charge yesterday. I mean, I was shouting. I mean, maybe I was saying Tavernier after getting kicked in the ankles the way he was the whole game. So, I mean, to me, we can never win being Rangers. We beat these teams, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we don't get the credit for it. That other team was bad. Yet when the puddle drinkers beat a team of candlestick makers that other night, they're world class, and the thumbheads getting all the praise. Yet our players don't get the praise. So we've got to give them the praise because nobody else will. I'm happy with the pre-season. It's the big picture starts now, obviously on Sunday. We know we'll take care of Niedercorn and Thursday night, but we'll come on to that as the week goes on. I'm super happy with what's going on now. So 23 goals, 12 in Europe and 1 goal against in 7 games. Can he whack that, mate? Can he whack it?
All right. Fox, when
You've got a caller came in there, mate.
All right, I'll take the caller. Evening, caller.
There was unrest behind the scenes, off the ball, and I could see body language. I was telling them that. I was asked about that yesterday, and it's just proved me right. There's something wrong behind closed doors, and us, as fans, want to know.
That's that guy from Kilmarnock.
That's
that guy from Kilmarnock.
What's his name? Gordon, isn't it?
Aye. That's it. Aye, KTID, Gordon, kill it till I die. I can recognise his voice. I either that or somebody's putting a good impression on him.
Oh, take talking. I thought it was...
See, Bridgeman goes away and the thing goes mental.
Oh,
well, we've got to congratulate the boy. I think that's the longest he's been online and never swore.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant.
I'll tell you another thing. Some of his rants, I mean, I've watched them funny, but you can't take away his passion for his team, can he?
Nah, you can't actually. Seen him many times online and he's a good rant. At times I think he's a closet Rangers fan. Some of his.
I think he does kick with the same fit as us, mate.
Aye, definitely. But he's got his good value. So, I do must admit, I do enjoy him. Was that one of his old rants there? Aye.
Aye, somebody must have been playing it on the phone,
Aye.
Aye. So I was coming to Fox there before we were interrupted. Brilliantly, I may add. Yesterday, when we changed personnel, when Barisic comes in, Halliday comes in, Kamara comes in, Diak at the team, you play Defoe, you play Morelos, you've got Ojo coming out, you're playing Arfield, you've got the centre-backs chopping and changing, and nothing seems to matter at the moment. It seems that they've done some work in the training field as a unit. Superb.
They've worked extremely hard during the pre-season. I think the players we've brought in have been picked and picked well. They seem to suit the system or are quick at learning the system, and none of them look out of place, Oxter. I'm really happy with the centre-back position. I think we've got 4 cracking centre-halves. I think we were a wee bit shorty last year. Full-back positions, Tav's got covered with the boy Polster, Flanagan. On the other side, Barisic, Halliday, and again Flanagan can play there. I think we're looking good, mate. And that's before we look at towards the midfield, where we have all different kind of players in midfield. We've got some that are gifted on the ball. Boys like young Greg Dockery who have come back, who is a real worker and carries the ball well. We've got Steve Davis who can control the game. Kamara and Aribo who look good going forward. And then up front we've got different players for each side of the park and 2 good, really class strikers up front. Things are looking rosy for me.
JFK in such a short space of time, really, when you think about it. It was only he came in last season. What the squad had no value. What did we have? We had Morelos, who wasn't quite valued the way he is now. That was a bit, Tav a bit. Now we've got value all over the pitch, mate. All over the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have discussed the personnel we had last season. I'd said this before. We look at some of the substitutes benches we had last season. There was nothing like we've got now. I mean, the players the Gaffer's brought in has been absolutely wonderful to watch them play. The boy Polster for me is a standout, and obviously Edmondson. I know he didn't come on yesterday, but Aribo, he's one of ours. We've bought him. I think he's a cracking player. Ojo, I'd love to be able to take him permanently. I think he's going to be a star, as I said before. Now, Flanagan, I was saying watching the game, brought Flanagan on for Tavernier. That's Flanagan's natural position. So you just begin to wonder if that's one maybe he's going to use Flanagan for next season. Him and Tavernier, if Tavernier's injured and needs a rest. So and Hollander, for me, he showed me what was very noticeable, but was very left-footed. Apart from the one he did well with his right foot, it was some shot. The personnel we've got the Ox year is absolutely, it's 100% better than what we had. Not just we're starting 11, but what we've got in the bench and then some. We've got players outside that 16 who would probably come into that any one of their positions. So things are looking rosy on that. So I'm really happy with the squad that we've got. Do we need to add to it? Yeah, I still think we need a striker, another striker, just to enhance that position up front.
A squad striker, mate. I don't know if we're going to...
enhance the squad. Aye. It's a squad striker, and you mentioned the big boy for Northern Ireland last week, so I'd be happy with him again. I'd be quite happy with him as a squad striker if Fred or Jermaine Defoe get injured for whatever reason or suspended. So that'd be my only reasoning for that, just as a backup.
All right. Just changing the subject. Obviously, Rangers Radio online on Twitter has had a competition running for people who joined the or what's the word, Fox? Who joined who followed us and then retweeted our stuff on Twitter. The boy who's the admin on there has kindly donated a strip, and the draw will be made by Old School Blue, run about the tune time, and after the tune we'll announce the winner. Randomly, Old School's got a spreadsheet, he's working away in it, going to give him a number, and then we'll get the number the fairest way we know how, and then the people who have joined today, I believe, or the last couple of days, somebody will get a free strip. Great gesture by the boy on Twitter, the Staunchest Box.
As indeed. Doing a great job on that as the Staunchest.
Yeah, you're here.
He's confused us too, isn't he?
Aye, more than confused me. I don't know anything about Twitter. I hate to say it, but I look at it and I don't know who's speaking to who or who's talking about what, and I just key up with it.
And I'll not tell you what he said about a twat. JFK. That's another story. Right, so great work by the Staunchest. Somebody will win a strip of their choice.
Can Good show.
The home strip or the away strip, brilliant gesture. And I think you'll be announcing something else on Twitter, and we'll be announcing it on the site in our competition, hopefully this week sometime. Brilliant work to everybody out in the Twitter world supporting Rangers Radio. Thanks very much. We really appreciate it. Talking about people out there in the big wide world, we've been joined by Stardog. How are we doing, Stardog?
What's happening, guys? Fox here. Fox, JFK, how are you doing?
Right, Stardog.
Not bad, mate. Yourself?
Good.
How's the old John Gregg?
It's getting there, mate. It's getting there. Getting there.
That's good, mate. Good. What's on your mind, mate?
I was just watching the game yesterday and things like that. I missed most of the first half, but I caught it all the second half. I thought the start of the second half when Glenn Kamara gave away that pass, he gave away a nice pass after that. But see what happened to him after that. He needs to do more of that this season for us. It showed us a determination. He lost the ball a couple of times, and when he won the ball back, I mean, he just picked the ball up and he drove. So he did. He drove straight towards the box, and he caused them all sorts of problems when he started doing that. And he doesn't do enough of that for me, mate. But I would love to see him pushing forward more this year, because I thought he looked so dangerous. And Morelos when they come on as well. I'm excited about him this year, Oxshire. See when he get fouled just at the halfway line out in the touchline, and he was that eager to get the ball back into play and to play the ball through for a run and things like that. I just see a totally different side to his game. He looks content with his style this year.
On the Kamara thing, Fox, I mean, I know it was a while ago, but when you were playing at centre half, when midfield runners come running for the ball, these defenders a decision to make. And when they twist and come out, a pass takes them out of the game. It's a great asset to any team, innit?
Aye, I think Kamara has got that in his game. Although we're tending to use him more as a defensive midfielder and not so much the box player that I think he could possibly be. I mean, my dream would be Aribo on the left, Kamara on the right, and either Davis or Ryan Jack in the middle, depending on whether we're home or away, and depending on the side we're facing. But I think that they two would be the mainstay in the midfield for me. They're young, they've got the legs, they've got the ability to win the ball back and pass it. So they're a big part of your team this season.
I'm struggling to pick what team at the moment, JFK. I really am, but in a positive way.
Oh, I mean what Fox is saying there is right. You know, I mean, I've changed my mind about my midfield. You know, I definitely would have Aribo in there going in what I've seen the last few games, and obviously it would. I mean, it would be me, Kamara and Aribo, and I would have Stephen Davis in there. But then I've got to wonder where I've got to fit Arfield in. But you're right, Oxia. It's hard to pick a team, but that's a good position to be in, because we're going to Edwards last season, and we could actually, every one of us could pick the team apart from maybe one player. But we sat here last week and you said name an 11, and then I said name the substitutes, and nobody got it the same. So we've all got our own ideas of who we think our best players is going to be. That's a good headache for the manager, and that bodes well for the coming season. A lot of players competing for places to take us to the next step, and I think that's fantastic.
What did you just make of the boy Polster when he come on? I thought he looked solid in the defensive midfield position and all, to be honest with you, mate.
Excellent.
He get tore right into the tackles and things like that. He just did the simple things. He never tried anything fancy. He just won his ball back and got the ball away. So, I mean, that boy can play in a few different positions, and I thought when he came on yesterday, we just looked a bit tougher and all. Because, I mean, Darby, I don't know what was wrong with that boy. You mentioned it, JFK. I don't know what was wrong with that boy, Tom Lawrence, yesterday. That tackle on Tavernier was just so needless. So it was. I don't know what their problem was, mate. But I do believe they did get frustrated yesterday, because other than Harry Wilson and Mason Mount, and I think the centre-back they had last year on loan for Manchester United, I mean, they basically had the same team as what they got them to the playoffs last year. So they're no mugs, mate. I mean, you look at the money that's in that championship and things like that. It's substantial compared to what we can afford to compete with.
The only player in their team who could take a tackle and get up and get on, mate, was the boy Richard Keogh.
He's a hardy boy, mate.
He can be a tackle, take one. The boy Bogle was a dirty article. So was Huddleston, Malone, and Lawrence and Evans as well, because I could pick out probably half their team
You
starter.
can go through them. You can go through them, JFK. I just think, I think Fox mentioned that. I think they thought they were coming up here.
Aye.
I mean, English teams are always like that. They always think they're going to come up here and run them up with the old firm, and it never really pans out like that for them. So I don't know where they get it from, but I think they were frustrated because they think they're obviously a class above us, and we showed them yesterday. It could have been easily 4 or 5-0. I mean,
Definitely.
Ojo, that keeper just managed to save Ojo's chance when Morelos played him through. Again, Morelos setting up players and things like that, looking as if he's got a different level to his game this year. So it's exciting for me to watch, mate.
I think Lawrence and Tab for together at Rotherham, mate, going way back. So you
There was a bit of previous Rocks.
You never know, mate. You never know. Somebody might have stole somebody's sweeties once. You know what it's
like.
Remember the wine gums you took off of me, JFK?
Yeah, still got them.
Lanlick flavoured.
A Lanlick flavoured, mate, exactly.
Aye, so I mean, really positive yesterday. I mean, I know it's only pre-season friendly. I know it means, in the whole scheme of things, it means nothing. But we can only play the opposition in front of us, Fox.
Of course, as I said earlier on, mate, it's hard to tell just exactly where we are just now. Not until we come up against a stronger competitive game. Progress Niederkorn were reasonable at Ibrox. They weren't much better than that. If we go past them and once we meet Midtjylland, we've got Kilmarnock on the Sunday. I think the first 6 games will tell where we are. A good win away at Kilmarnock would kick us off on the right foot, and then a decent result against Midtjylland on the Thursday, and then it's Hibs at home. Those kind of opening games, we need to win them all to see where we're exactly where we are. I think we're good enough to go off to a flyer. I don't see much teams being able to cope with us, mate.
All right. So we're assuming, I think we're going to get through on Thursday, and then we take it with the big football starts on Sunday, and we'll see where we are. Kilmarnock doesn't seem like yesterday we were playing them, JFK.
Really looking forward to the Kilmarnock game. I think we can bury them. They're imploding now. There's a lot happening, and maybe the guy Gordon, his name, maybe he'll start making himself known here to come on and vent his
I don't know if we can Donald Gordon, mate.
Well, as long as there's a bleeping machine there. No, look, I think the personnel that we've got now, we're more than capable. We know that, and I know that was our thorn in my side last season. We weren't beaten, but we would need to call the Diddy teams, and that cost us a lot. I'm looking for us to go even on an artificial pitch this Sunday coming next year, and beating this team and beating them really, really well. I'm hoping and praying. Well, no praying. I don't do that. So I'm hoping that we go out there and put on not just a performance, but a good winning performance, and win well against them and just shut them up once and for all. Because remember now, it will be a sellout because they'll go in their droves to see the Rangers. No,
I don't know if it will be, mate.
No, that's tongue in cheek. Come on, I mean 9,000 they go, but for the last game, but they'll be lucky to get 10,000 against us. They'll know I'll come to see them.
So the question I'm going to go in the panel with after the one about Sunday's game is: has the manager learned a lot for last season? So we'll start with Stardog with that, then Fox.
Aye, I think he's definitely learned a lot. I think he learned last year very early on in the season who was going to be with him and who's no. I think you need to be a certain type of player to beat Rangers. I think he's learned that as well. He's got an eye for the kind of players. Aye, 100%. I think he's learned his lesson for last year. And I think we'll be a lot more ruthless this year. I think he'll definitely be a lot more ruthless this year.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with that. I think some of his signings, and we know what's happening with Gresda and that, and we know that Lafferty went away. I think a couple of his signings were a wee bit erratic, but we followed them and we were happy with them. So he's learnt his lesson, I think, for that. obviously the Fred situation with his suspensions and where he should have maybe taken him aside a wee bit more often and earlier and told him what was expected of him, or somebody else. If the gaffer couldn't do it, there should have been somebody else who's a wee bit more experienced and told him that what was happening. And we know it cost us some points, but no, but to the extent that it lost us a league. But yeah, I think the manager's new learned. I think his words new is, he needs to buck his ideas up. But I think this season he's put a good pool of players together that's more than capable of not just challenging for the Premiership, but winning it.
All right, before we go to Fox, if people want to join us, give us thoughts on that. What's the number, JFK?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Stardog?
They can join us at Skype on at rangersradio.online. They can join us at Twitter and through Facebook.
Oh, he's a compliment. He's
He's
came a long way up, boy, isn't he?
Oh, it's good. Good though.
Did you get your contract through the post, Stardog?
Aye, got it through yesterday. Signed,
On a
sealed,
Sunday?
delivered, and it's right back to you.
Sunday?
Post always comes to the gate on a Sunday, mate.
Must be different than their JFK. Were you ever in that line of work that they deliver on a Sunday?
Never, mate. Always lied in my bed.
Are you with us, Fox?
Yes.
So has the manager learned a lot for your last season? What's required?
Aye, I think he's learnt a lot in the 12 months he's been here. I don't think a lot of the early season signings were down to the manager last year. I don't think he knew enough about the league. I don't think we had a decent scouting system in place at the time. I think it was recommendations he went on and no actually players that he watched himself. But I think you can see in this transfer window, I think he's picked most of the first, what you would call first team regulars. I think it would be him, along with the coaching staff, that would have picked out Aribo. I think the kind of fringy players like Greg Stewart offer something different up front. Jordan Jones, his Liverpool connection for Ojo. I think he's learned. He knows the type of players that we need. Different qualities, and some with the right attitude this year instead of some of them that had the wrong attitude last year. Anyway, we've got another caller come in there.
Evening, caller.
Hello.
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 How we doing, mate?
Good. How are you?
Who am I talking to, mate?
Did Dundee United kill Rangers in 2012?
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Oh.
Well.
Kelly fans, Dundee United fans, what's going on here?
Stardog.
You'll be getting tilted as well, Stardog.
No, don't fall for it, mate. It's probably the stragglers out of Appleby Fair. Glasgow's answer to Appleby Fair on Sunday, you know.
I believe the carpet's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but it's about to implode. Follow the money. I think it's actually in New Jersey as we speak. New Jersey. Where were we there? I think the manager has learned a lot. I think he was scared that we were going to be bullied a bit, JFK, if that makes sense. And he's got Katic is physical, and Goldson is physical in a defensive game, but no such. He's brought in Helander, who looks as if he's naturally left-footed, all left-footed for what we've seen yesterday. Even though he had a great shot, but he's right foot with the goal, he made a great save with. But that gives us that blend there, so he might start if he's good enough. That is, of course. So if he's in, Katic, goals, and other boy Edmondson, we're not going to be bullied.
No, you could see that. I mean, the boy Helander looks apart. He's good in the air. He's strong, good in the tackle, good left peg on him, good right peg as well. Edmondson we spoke about, who I'm not saying I didn't rate him. I just thought he would be a a bit part player, but he's come in to me. I would say, as it stands now, it's probably between Edmondson, Katic, and Hollander. I don't know so much. I don't know. I mean, my back four would still probably Tavernier, Katic. No, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't. And I say no. I put Edmondson and Hollander in there, and Barisic in the left. And that's hard. That's hard to pick up a backbone of the team. So, but that's another good problem the Gaffer's got. So we're not going to be bullied this season. We were bullied terribly in some games by rubbish teams, and that'll not happen this season. I don't think. Well, I'm hoping it doesn't. But yeah, that bodes well for that part of the team, mate. The defence looks really strong.
I think the manager's first choice for me at the moment. If I was rating him, only because Hollander's new and you accept that he's the big sign and he's going to take the jersey starter, I would have. It would be 2 for 3 in Edmondson and Katic are playing better than Goldston, in my opinion.
Well, I was actually going to mention on here tonight. I was going to bring that subject up. I mean, what is everybody's first, second, third, and fourth? Because Goldston's my fourth choice defender now, mate. I mean, it honestly is. I think Edmondson gives you something different with the diagonal balls to cut open defences. I think he's looked solid. I think he's looked fast. I think Katic is dominant in the air. He chips in with goals and things like that. I think the big in Hollander, I mean, like you say, he's price tag and things like that just alone. But there was one ball that went into the box yesterday in that game, and the big caught it at the byline and headed it back across goal. It was only due to his height and things like that he was able to go into it. So I mean, he gives you a different dynamic as well. And I just think the 4 defenders, I mean, Connor Goldson doesn't have as many attributes as the other 3. That's just my opinion, but I think we're starting to see kind of holes in Big Connor's game now, mate, because we've got a better calibre of centre back in.
Well, I get where you're coming from. You seen that Tommy McLean when they got to that ball that Hollander got to?
No, I'm just saying.
Fox, you being an old centre half.
I think Connor Goldson will hold his place at the moment because he's been over the course and distance. He knows what the Scottish Premier League's about. I would like to see, at the moment, him and Katic retain their position as the back two till the other ones get truly up to speed. And then it'll be down to the manager what he sees in training and depending on the opposition we're facing. I think that's the way it'll go, Ox. I think because he's experienced, Goldson will hold on to the number 1 position as centre half at the moment.
Well, I've enjoyed the boy Edmondson, JFK. I accept what you say, but didn't know a lot about him. He's fast, he looks brave, committed in the tackle, good distribution of the ball, particularly crossfield passes. A looking crossfield pass, he's got that in his locker. That boy, could he play in other positions?
I don't know. I mean, what other positions do you want him to play in?
Would he cover you for right back if somebody was injured? Or
I said last season that I think that if Flanagan's still at Ibrox for this season, I think that's where he'll slot in behind Tav. When Tav's no fit or needs a rest or suspended for any, I think that's his natural position, Flanagan. So he done well last season when it was asked to do the job. You know, a few of the games that he came in, he done well. Because we've got Andy Halder there. Do you trust Andy Halder to be a backup right back, or do you want to play Barisic? No, I think John Flanagan's he'll play his natural position this season. But the boy
Tav's understudy right enough waiting for a game, would you?
No, but I mean, where else can you play? I mean, if we're talking about that Barisic is going to be Giddy's chance to gather a few games this season, and I honestly think he's due that, and he's worthy of that to see how he does. But it's the two centre defenders, you know. What Fox is saying is right there, but I mean about Katic and Goldson. But I'm sorry, I think Goldson should drop out, and it's got to be Katic and one of the others. But if I had a choice against Kilmarnock on Sunday, I would play Katic and Edmondson. I don't think Hollander's up to scratch as it is now, and I would keep Golson in the sidelines. That's just a personal opinion. From what I've saw so far, I think Katic has no done anything wrong, and I think the boy Edmondson's flying. So that'd be my two centre defenders.
Interesting. Katic has a few nightmares on the plastic pitches last season. I wonder if that will come into play, Stardog.
I just think he just looks totally different this year. Obviously, I think he's went away over the summer with Croatia. He's worked hard. He's come back and he's worked hard in pre-season. And I just think he brings more to the game than what Big Golson does. I think he's more dominant there and things like that as well. But what JFK was saying there about the boy Edmondson starting at Kilmarnock, I think it's going to have to be somebody like Edmondson, JFK for the boy Eamon Brophy for pace and things like that, because Kelly's not got a lot of height going up forward. So I would agree with you in that, mate. You don't need to fling your Hollanders and that in there if they're no up to full match fitness. I think the wee nippier teams and things like that, George Edmondson will play. But for me, right now, it would be Edmondson and Katic, because I know Hollander's not 100% match fit yet.
Yeah.
He might get a few minutes on Thursday night, you know.
Yeah, might even start, aye.
It was interesting to see where he comes from. He's obviously been behind, but catching up quickly. I don't know if you'd want him to make his debut on that pitch in the league, you know, so maybe try to get him ready for the Hibs game or the Midtjylland game. So we'll see. But what a good position to be in, Fox, huh?
Aye, I didn't get what you were talking about. Edmondson could play somewhere else, mate.
If somebody get hurt during a game, could the boy...
I've got Polster there to cover for Tav, mate.
I'm talking about, and I know Polster's there and Flanagan's there. I'm only saying as a boy showing us that he's got potential to, because the boys looked all right, comfortable on the ball and everything.
Aye, and that's why you should stay at centre half. We need to stop trying to fit square pegs into round holes. The boys are centre half, and that's what he should remain as a centre half. For me, anyway.
Just as well we never left Sandy Jarden at centre forward, wasn't
it? Unless we do at some time this season go to a three at the back, which is possible.
You've got 60 games to play. You've got injuries. You don't know what you're going to get. All I'm saying is the boy impressed. I'm not saying the boy's a right back. I never said that. Did I, JFK?
No, you never say that. It's just that you were alluding to maybe, is there another position you could fall in?
Maybe,
you know?
Maybe sometimes up, sure.
Foxy's right there. I mean, the man Polster's there, and he could get in there, no problem, you know. As I still say,
he looked all right yesterday.
Same last week. He's not done anything wrong as well. So I mean, we've got to take out the good with it, you know, because it's pre-season. They've got to get the heat together and the rustiness at the legs, and they certainly have done that. So he's not done anything wrong. So I'm quite happy with the way he's been playing so far. So as I said before, it gives a manager a good headache, and it's good for us to see a lot of these players now at Ibrox who we all know and look like they're decent players. So that's good. And it's I keep saying it's a good headache for the manager to have. The team that he picks for Sunday, well, gives an indication of what basically his first team is. Probably maybe one exception with Hollander, because if it's £3.5 million, he's not going to leave him on the bench a full season. He's got to come in at one point. But I just hope he doesn't make the mistake of, if it's a winning team and Hollander seems just to walk into the team because he's a £3.5 million player. If the team's winning, don't change the team. Don't change it unless it's really necessary. That's my opinion. Winning team, winning mentality. Keep going forward with that.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a long season, and obviously with these, the longer we stay in Europe, you've got the Thursday weekend games. Things will change, mate. I don't think you'll play the same team every game, but I get where you're coming from. You try and have as much continuity as you can, but if we get successful, even more successful than last season, we could end up heading towards 60, 70 games, mate, and you don't know who's going to be there at the middle, late on in the season. You know, your plans are your plans, mate.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult. You know, you draw your plans up, somebody gets injured, you go to start again. I think he's covered a lot of bases, Gerard. I'm pleased with him, JFK.
Aye, he has. He's covered all the bases, but I still think up front. I mean, we've got Fred, Defoe, obviously Dodo. We don't know what's happening with him. Gresder's a bit of a conundrum, and we don't know what's happening up there if he's away. Jake Hasty, I don't think will play much football for Rangers this season. I think he'll be put out on loan. I might be wrong, but I think he will be. Jordan Jones, I rate Jordan Jones. I think he'll do really well for us. Obviously Glenn Middleton's and Jamie Murphy is a bit of an enigma as well. So we've got Shea Ojo. I mean, it's a good squad of players he's got, but he's got to remember that he can't please everybody, and he's got to do it the right way. He's got to play the players. See, the League Cup games for me, it's a perfect game in the middle of August is against East Fife. And okay, I know it's on another one of the plastic pitches, but these are the types of games you should be having a good change of personnel, and they can do that in the games. And give the likes of the Polsters, players like that, a run out, Andy Halliday and guys like that who don't normally get a game, keeps them fresh and keep what they. I think it was Alberett said his core of 6 players. That's a core of players who should be starting with every week if they're all fit and build round about that. Where does Greg Docherty come into that equation? Is he part of the other 4 or 5 players that can come in round that core? So it's a good problem that he's got, and it's a good problem for us. And the fact is that we've got players there that we know that are going to be competing for places every week.
Aye, it's all about competition for places, winning team, getting the blend right. It's all a gamble, mate, and how it goes. And sometimes what you think at the start's not where it finished. Who would have thought Andy Halliday would ever be back in their plans against Stardunk?
Well, I was actually going to say, who would have thought Ovie Ajaria last year would have turned around and says it was too hard for him? I thought he had a great start to the season. I thought Koulibaly had a great start to the season, and then through the season you start to see who is really with you, and like you're saying there, your Andy Hallidays and that come through stronger and things like that, and what you could say better quality players, didn't he? And Andy Halliday's still there. He's still there to prove a point. He's still there to play for a club and things like that. So, sometimes it doesn't always work out, but I think this year we've got a certain type of player in, and I think it is going to work out, mate. I think we've established really who is going to be mainstays in the squad and who's going to be, I don't know, we've got 3 or 4 names here you could say are probably only going to be in the team every week, Jake Hasty, Greg Stewart and things like that. So we're getting there, mate. I mean, we just need to take it 1 week at a time and see how we go from there. But like say the George Edmundson thing you were talking about, I could see if we went into the UEFA Cup group stages next year and say we get a bigger team and things like that, I wouldn't mind playing him in front of the defenders near but just to give that extra bit of cover and things like that. So I think his ability to pass the ball and things like that, he probably could play in front of the 2 centre backs if he needed them to, mate. But I think we'll change a lot this year.
He'll developed. I think his potential looks as if. Well, it looks as if he could be a good signing, but only time will tell. It's early days, but so far so good. Stardog, yeah.
Aye, 100%, mate. I mean, he's the youngest centre back we've got, isn't he? He's younger than Katic, isn't he? So the money we picked him up for as well, we didn't have to go out and spend a big fee and things like that. And I mean, he's been solid, and he gives us a different dynamic. They dynamic balls across the park that he plays, the diagonal passes. They cut defences open if you get them on point. And the way Tavernier likes to bomb forward and things like that, it just gives us a different dynamic to go forward with this year. And I'm excited to see him play, definitely. And it's his pace as well. He'll not be done for pace by many strikers in the league.
No.
It's about changing. I mean, somebody who you know well is on Facebook, and he's Remy Whitehead. I mean, he's saying that there'll be some games that we'll probably play 3 at the back. I mean,
I don't see that at the moment, GFK.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, that just shows you how a lot. I mean, Ramey's saying there are 3 at the back for some games, but it just shows you how a lot of the Rangers fans out there are thinking. Do we approach some games with playing 3 at the back? I mean, it's hard to say what games you would approach with 3 at the back if you did do that. But me, I can't see us doing it. I think it's a dangerous way for us to play. But as I say, all Rangers fans, I mean, Ramey's been glad to see that the Rangers a long time ourselves and that. So he sees a 3 at the back for some games maybe a good way to go. What do you guys think?
But I get the reason I don't see us ever doing that, and I'll take it to Stardog next, is we never go with two strikers. Obviously, when you do that, that's to get the extra man up front. You go 3-5-2 or a variation of that. And we've never done that, really, have we?
No.
At all in any time at the moment. I mean, Alfredo and Morelos, I don't think they've been on the park at the same time in pre-season. Starbuck.
I think we'll go two ways, Oxford, and none of the two of them involve a 3-5-2 for me either, mate. I think we'll go. I think at some away games we'll start with a defensive midfielder. I think the home games it'll be a 4-2-3-1 in the home games, and then in the away games it'll maybe be a 4-3-3, like a more compact midfield and things like that. Like the away games will be maybe 3 box-to-box centre midfielders, whereas the home games will be just 2 centre midfielders and then a number 10, and then your 2 wingers, and then your 1 striker up front. Because I don't see us playing 2 up front much this year either. Neither a day. So I think he'll just change the shape, mate. He'll not change the actual formation. He'll just change the shape. That's the way I see it going anyway. But that's only my opinion.
It'll be interesting to see how it works out, eh?
Aye, definitely.
It's great problems we've got that we never had before. Anyway, we'll be joined by another caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing, guys? James for Rangers Retro.
How we doing, mate?
Right, James.
I was reading in the lobby that you Goldstein, you rate Goldstein as our top centre half for the moment, mate.
I think he's the most intelligent one. I just think the way he reads the game, he's also still got a lot of kind of developing to do because he's still just a young guy himself. But I think just looking at him, I think he's the most intelligent one we've got. And I think the thing about the 4 centre backs we've got now, they're all a wee bit different. They all bring sort of different kind of style. If you know what I mean, it's like kind of Goldson's the kind of classy on the ball. I think kind of centre back. You know, Katic is just a big kind of Croatian battering ram. The boy Edmondson, he looks as if he's quite cool in the ball, but he's a kind of a big giant. And then the boy Hollander as well. He's, Christ's sake, man, he looks like I think it was Joe Worrell on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think James. I think that Goldson thinks he's a ball-playing defender, mate, and that's why he gets caught out so many times. I don't think he is. I think he's just a defender. I don't think he's a ball-playing defender at all. I honestly don't, mate.
When he comes out with the ball and he lifts his horn up and he thinks he's going to be comfortable, he gives me mares. He does.
Aye, he does. Oxford. He's not a ball-playing defender like he thinks he is, mate. Edmondson's a ball-playing defender, mate. He very rarely misses his target.
Nobody's as bad as Joe Worrell with they Beckenbauer passes, but Jesus.
Mm-hmm. No, I know, but I'm just saying in terms of the old defenders right now at the club, mate, I don't think.
Russell Martin.
Aye, Fabio Cardoso.
Mm-hmm.
They're all good compared to them, James, eh?
That's right. I mean, the good thing as well is that all 4 centre-backs belong to us. We're not going to have this thing last year where I think it's no secret that we were kind of shoehorned into playing Joe Worrell because of the terms of his deal. So at least this year, all 4 centre-backs are ours. We were crying out for that, you know, at the tail end of last season. A lot of fans were saying that on various forums, on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're looking. A lot of fans were saying that we need to have 4 quality centre-backs or 4 decent centre-backs for rotational purposes, or if you're going to be playing 60, 70 games, if you do make the Europa League group stages and the latter stages of cup competitions and whatnot. So I think they all bring something different. The dilemma, I mean, listening to you guys tonight, I think all you have got a different kind of pairing. These would probably go to start with. I think if you polled 99% of Rangers supporters, I don't think you would get, you know, a general consensus of who's the strongest one. I think you would get a pretty even spread. Everybody seems to have their own kind of pairing that they kind of prefer.
All right, I'll tell you what we'll do then. There's only one way to do that. We'll have Hollander as number 1, Colston as number 2, Katic is number 3, and Edmondson is number 4. Pick your 2 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the lobby, we'll see what we get. Is that fair, James?
Well, we'll go for that. I mean, I forgot the numbers already. So don't ask me for them now. I forgot them already. I'm too tired. That's like picking teams at a game of doubles up the park.
Right, one's Goldson,
1, 2, 3, 4.
2's Hollander, 3's Katic, and 4's Edmondson. GFK, what's your number?
I
5 and
forgot.
6.
Mine would be 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Mine would be 3 and 4 as well, mate.
3 and 4, James.
I'm just going to say Goldson and Katic to start with because I told you I can't remember numbers, man. I'm too tired.
1 and 3. 1 and 3. What about you, Fox? What would you be? Just the stew, obviously, loss of form, injury, whatever,
1 and 3. 1 and 3. Goldson and Katic at the moment.
All right,
There you go, the
okay.
panel's split already.
Panel split. What are we getting in the lobby?
Oh, everything under the sun.
Variation.
2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4.
Skipper shouted house.
King Gear's only playing 1. He's at 3. Do you there?
3 and 4. It's pretty split. 2 and 4. 1 and 3.
Cumbrian Bear 1 and 3.
Well, does that not say we're in a good position to you, GFK?
Of course it does. That's what I said earlier on. Last week I didn't have Edmondson in the equation because I thought it's a bit too early for him, but he's playing really well, and I can see what Fox is saying, that the Katic and Goldson, the same as with James, and that I can see the experience it's there, but I just think there's something about the boy Edmondson that I think that he'll do well for us. It's a wee bit too early for Hollander. Time will tell the next few games once he gets match fit. But for me, it'd be Katic and Edmondson, and it's as James said, they're all our players. Nobody own they're ours. They're no loan players, so that's brilliant in its own right. So to have the headache of having to say what 2 would you play out of 4 is absolutely brilliant. 4 good central defenders. But if you don't want to start putting them in an order 1, 2, 3, and 4, who you would say would be your worst or your best, they're all capable of doing a really good job. But for me, as it stands now, only because I think Edmondson's pushed himself to the front, he would get that position along the Katic for me at this moment. But that could change as the season goes on, as we all know.
All right, that's the easy bit done. That's what's done the centre halves. After the tunes, we'll be doing the midfield, and that's when it gets difficult, James.
You're not lying.
We'll be giving out 44 numbers for midfield, and then you'll be
do you want to copy and paste them and send them to me before we start?
The boy Docherty get man of the match. I don't know if that on RTV yesterday. He had a good game. Works really hard.
Well deserved, Docs, if you ask me.
I think the boy. I think you can see how with his work rate in that right hand side of midfield, it gives you don't miss Candace, because Docherty brings that.
Yeah.
And that lets other people do other things, So I think that's one of the reasons I think Candace, and fair play to the boy, he's got himself back in the fold. Stardog.
100%, mate. I mean, his work rate's phenomenal. So there's so many balls he won back yesterday. He gets into all the tackles. His final pass is getting better and all. You can see he's been working on it and things like that. He's always trying to thread wee balls through. You see, as soon as he gets his first goal, mate, he'll relax a bit, and then you'll start to see the football coming out. Because you've seen him last year at Shrewsbury, he enjoyed himself. This is a different level, and I know he's relishing stepping up to it and things like that. So I'm excited to see Greg Docherty. I think he'll feature more than most of the substitutes this year, to be honest with you. I think he'll be in and out the squad, definitely. I think we're going to be in trouble in the left-hand side, mate, to be honest with you. And I think that he could come in and feature there a lot with Scott Arfield, because I don't know, Jordan Jones just isn't enough for me, mate. But we'll talk about that the second half of the show.
I'm sure we'll come to that, but aye. Well, Greg Docherty, he's got himself back in the fold. GFK, I think there's flaws in his game, but he's still a young man. But he's great engine, great physique, works really hard for the team. Just needs maybe a final product. Maybe I think somebody mentioned he could do with a goal just to take the monkey off his back. Yeah.
You can see that. I mean, he's went down to Shrewsbury and played his full season down there. You can see he's come back a better player, and he's got a bit of bulk in him now again. No, but I still stand by what I said. I still think he'll be a squad player. I can't see him displacing any of the players in the midfield there long term. I can't see that at all. I rate him, but I don't rate him as highly as the ones we've got. So he's come back, fighting for his place. Time will only tell, but for me, he's a squad player, mate.
But if you take it, if you want to learn off somebody, young man who plays in midfield and buzzed about, you think back to Stephen Davis, the boy could learn that.
Of course he could learn, but the fact of the matter is it maybe came a wee bit too late for him now because depending what he does this season, how many games is he going to get? You know, I think, as I said before, I think League Cup games will be his priority. He'll not get much game time. I mean, the midfield's going to be a hard place to fill with the amount of midfielders we've got. Some of them really, really good midfield players. Greg Docherty, if you're saying out of the, I think we've got 11 midfielders, I might be wrong, 9, 10. I think you would probably put him about number 6 or 7, mate, at the very most. So that'd be the way I see it. I can't see him getting a lot of game time.
All right, mate. It'll be interesting. Well, sure we'll debate that after a tune. You ready for a wee tune, Stardog?
I'm ready for a tune, mate.
What's your own particular favourite?
Oh, I like Four Lads in or the Blue Sea Ibrox. The Blue Sea Ibrox is one of my all-time favourites, mate. But I like Four Lads in
All right. Okay.
Penny Arcade. There's that many, man. Penny Arcade or Four Lads, mate.
Okay, I've just been messaged with the winner. Means nothing to me at the moment. The winning number was number 82. So we'll have the details after we've a tune for your thoughts.
Took a trip to Ibrox, my favourite team for to cheer, where they were playing the Glasgow Celtic on the first day of the year. Now the ground was filled to capacity as the teams come out to play. The animals sang the soldiers' song, and the people sang Dolly Gray. Now half-time it came and went on. The Glasgow Celtic were in the lead. Finian Tully was drowning everywhere, shaking his rosary beads, while the green flags, they were flying high. Celtic hearts were full of pride. The second half, sure it started, and the Rangers, they turned the tide. Won't he play up the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play up the boys in blue. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We're here to cheer for you. Now the ball goes out to Walker, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear your ears at Ibrox Park for the sash my father wore. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox is on the ball. He slips it through to Willie Woodbarn. Then offered to Ian McCall. McCall to Billy Simpson. Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beats the Celtic centre half, and then goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jardine Young, he takes a free onto the head of William Simpson, and then goes number 3, while it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score. A happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Fenians once more.
You must have liked that, Stardog. Oh, is he back?
I'm back.
You must have liked that.
It was a good tune, mate. It was a good tune.
I even got Butterbean's Pussy Dancing. There you go.
You even get what?
What Butterbean put in the lobby. I'm just reading out what Butterbean said. Right, where are we? We're just waiting for the details of number 82. Don't ask me what it means, but I'm surely there'll be a contact details coming through for the winner of the strip on Twitter. So fair play to whoever's won that. Before we go and talk about the midfield, do you think it'd be fair to get a manager's reflection on the game yesterday, JFK?
Definitely.
All right, so if you get yourself on mute, we'll hear from your manager, Steven Gerrard, MBE.
Yeah, I think from around about the 20th minute, I thought we were really good today. I thought we finished the first half really strong and then carried that into the second half. I think if you look at the whole 90 minutes, Wes hasn't been troubled at all. And on another day, we could have had 5-6 goals. So I thought we were the better of the two teams and certainly deserved the win. And that puts us in real good position and good shape going into next week when it gets going for real.
Yeah, against the quality of opposition today, you must be so pleased with how your guys are able to dominate the game and impress your own style of play.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a coaching staff that have won leagues in Holland, and they've got quality throughout the team. From the front, you know, Wagon's worth £9 million, and going back to the keeper, who's a top level goalkeeper, they've got quality throughout the team. They've got quality that's coming off the bench, so the players have done themselves proud today and put in a real good performance, and it was us that looked the stronger of the two teams, considering we're both a week out.
It's the final game of your pre-season programme. Are you pleased with everything you've got out of pre-season this year?
Yes, I mean, we've had one bump, which was a goal we conceded against Blackburn. I think besides that, we've had a perfect pre-season. But you get nothing for that. Pre-season's about working hard, getting yourself fit, sharing the minutes out so everyone can get themselves in tip-top shape. Now that all stops, and now we pick players who we believe are the best to get the job done. And everyone should be fighting for shirts at a big club. So the players have got a week now to reflect on pre-season and get themselves geared up to fight for everything that's coming our way.
I appreciate the level of opposition is varied throughout pre-season, but just one goal conceded is a great start to go into the season with.
Yeah, I think with all due respect, some of the games we put in place in pre-season to get fitness and minutes and to get the cobwebs off, if you like, but we bring the likes of Marseille and Blackburn and Derby here for a real strong test, and that's what they've given us. But we've proved against them three teams that we're more than a match, if not more. So I'm really pleased with how pre-season's gone, and you know, I'm really satisfied the place we're in going in. But now we've got to go and get into the next round in Europe, and we've got to go and put in such a strong performance away at Kilmarnock, and try and get maximum points there.
Yeah, just finally, you've got Thursday night to come. Did everyone come through today okay and ahead of Thursday game?
We've got a few bumps and bruises, but everyone will be fit and available for Thursday night, sorry.
He's always realistic, yeah, your manager, JFK.
Right, all the time. His pressers get better as the weeks and the months go on. Very eloquent, but he wants to tell everybody. Doesn't suffer fools gladly. Gets asked silly questions. He gives them an answer that they don't like without being condescending or coming across that way. So, yeah, he knows the job in front of us on Thursday, knows the job in front of us on Sunday, and he's dealing with that. So, he did say that wasn't his don't take it for the 11 that started the game. That's no anywhere near his starting 11, more or less. So, that'll be interesting to see what team he plays on Thursday. Compared to the team he plays on Sunday. So, yeah, as usual, another great presser by the gaffer.
All right, well, I think that's James. James, are you back with us?
I had to go and change my puppy's training pad, so I'm
Say
back.
that again, mate.
Had to go and change my puppy's training pad.
All right.
So, duty call.
Okay.
Right, okay. Been there, mate. I've been there.
Could you not just said you went for a pee or something? You know what I mean?
Well, honesty's best, I suppose.
All right, I've got
the Doug Whisperer. You know what I mean?
The Doug Whisperer. I've got a name. Alan C _44 on Twitter is the winner of the strip. Yeah. So if you get your name, your details to Rangers Radio, the staunchest on Twitter, the strip will get sent to your good self. That's Alan C _44 on Twitter. There we go. Alan C. That was a great gesture by the staunchest JFK. Yeah?
Oh, definitely, absolutely. When I came on it before we started there, and you were saying about the competition, I hadn't actually been on Twitter. So what an absolute gesture that was with the man. Absolutely fantastic. And well done, the staunchest, and congratulations to the gentleman.
Alan Carmichael's the lad's name.
Alan Carmichael. Where's he from?
I don't know yet. I don't have any details, mate. That's all I know, mate.
So well done, Alan, and thanks, the staunchest. That's a fantastic thing you done, mate. And by the way, doing a great job on Twitter. As far as it's just over 6,000 we've got now. Is that right?
Oh, racing! He smashed through that. He's hit towards 7, I think, today.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. So keep it up. Keep up, the staunchest. Doing a great job, mate. Thank you very much.
Yep. Where were we? Stephen Gerrard, James. Before we go to Stardog, he keeps our feet in the ground. He's always thinking about the next game.
I never looks too far ahead. He's realistic, and I think compared to managers we've had in the past, it's refreshing. You look at Warburton, you look at Kushinia. He's night and day compared to them. You never get any silly sound bites. He's very, very calculated in what he says. If you actually watch him, a lot of people say that he speaks quite slow, but I think he's very methodical. He thinks through what he's going to say. He's not former managers who just jump in and give silly answers. I think he's very, very calculated in what he says. He doesn't leave himself open to any, word twisting or any of that kind of stuff. He just says it like it is. I love the reaction to the Morelos stuff because he's like the rest of us. I think he's getting sick to the back teeth of being asked about it. And he came out and he basically said, I'm going to do my best to put Alfredo up in front of you guys because I'm sick of getting asked this every single week. He's been here, 2 or 3 years. I'm sure he's able to say yes or no. He wants him to be here. He's fed up saying that he wants him to be part of the project. He wants him here long term. So he says he's going to try his best and get Alfredo in front of the press and they can ask him, because at the end of the day only Alfredo knows if he wants to go or not. I think we've spoken here before about Stephen Gerrard just sticking at the sheer level of professionalism and everything. The guy just oozes quality, and I just hope that not only delivering the title this year, but I think trying to kind of lead us back into the kind of Champions League group stages and that kind of thing. I know it's a really, really difficult thing to do, the amount of qualifiers that you've got, but I don't think he's going to be a guy that's going to, win one title and then jump ship. As long as Jurgen Klopp stays at Liverpool and doesn't decide he's had enough of the challenge there and wants to move on to something else, as long as he stays there, then I think I don't see Gerrard leaving for anyone else but Liverpool. I think there was also a story that he tells new signings that, whether that was true or not, I don't know. But I don't see him going anywhere unless it's for his boyhood club, which will only benefit us, because I genuinely think, and I've said this on my podcast as well, I think this is the year. I think the level of positivity, the level of stability around the football club at every single level of the football club is, night and day compared to where it's been. So I definitely think that this is the year. We showed last year that the fear factor against Celtic is completely gone. But we don't fear going to Parkhead. We went there with 10 men in Boston. We should have won it. 2 silly mistakes cost us. So, bring it on this year. The road to 55 starts on Sunday, lads.
Yep.
Here. Stardog, same question, your good self.
Aye, interesting to hear him saying, mate, that's it, it's all finished now. We start putting on the park, who we feel is the best 11. As I say, what I think is so interesting about Gerrard is, remember, he has never been a manager before he came to our club. I just think, mate, you get some certain things in life that are just meant to be. And I think he was meant to be our manager. I mean, I've loved watching how he develops. I think we all now know as Rangers fans, what the kind of style of football our club's going to play and things like that. We know what his philosophy is going to be. It's going to be snatching the ball and getting the ball up the park fast, getting the ball in the box for deep crosses in the box and things like that. So I'm excited to see him, mate. I love watching him develop as a manager. He's always been a brilliant speaker. Even when he was captain of Liverpool, he's always carried himself so professionally. You never heard any stories about Steven Gerrard after Parker. He's the ultimate professional, mate. And it's we've won a watch getting this guy. But like I say, just some things are meant to be, mate. And I could listen to him all day. He just talks absolute sense constantly. And the thing about Morelos is, mate, this is getting serious now. Rangers fans need to recognise what would we pay Oxford for a 23-year-old Colombian South American striker that had scored 52 league goals in 2 seasons. What would we have to pay for somebody like that?
Well,
it's getting serious now, mate. I mean, Morelos needs to make a decision because I'm getting worried, mate. I'm getting worried.
Fox is my expert in South American goods, mate, so I'll take you to him. Fox, what would we pay for a Colombian export with Morelos' potential?
I don't think we'd be able to afford them, to be honest. We were lucky the route that we got him through. We picked him up early. Who was it that picked him up? Pedro signed him, but
Jonathan
Johansson, aye. And we got him for £1 million. I think if he'd have stayed at that club, maybe even a season longer, he'd have been in the £5 million bracket. So we've got an absolute steal. We get Morelos. I just hope he's willing to stay at least another season and help us win 55.
Can I also add, I mean, it's 52 goals in 2 seasons with Rangers, right? But he's also scored 40 odd goals with Helsinki. He's just turned 23 and he's nearly scored 100 career goals. Not just because he's South American, but maybe a wee bit because he's from there. That's 2 seasons, that's 25 goals a season. See, MD that scores 25 goals a season, that's 23, 22, they all go for 50 million plus, mate. And that's all around Europe. MD that scores 25 goals a season, 2 seasons in a row, they go for 40, 50 million Oxford. It's not even a lie. It's fact, mate.
He scored one penalty there the other night, but he's not a penalty or a free kick frequently, so he's not getting a dozen goals a season in there neither,
Aye, and somebody said on Friday, I mean, he's not really a goal scorer or box player like Defoe is. And Friday, somebody said that on the show. Mate, I can only think of one goal he scored with Rangers outside the box, and that was the one against Aberdeen. I just think ended that scores 25 goals in any league, mate, all of Europe, apart from our league, goes for 50 million plus. Because goals win titles, mate, and I just think it's getting to that serious time now. I mean, we're on a high and things like that, and if he was to go, it would be detrimental to our league, because I don't know if we could afford anybody to come in. It would need to be somebody at the end of their career and things like that, and we would need to hope that they go to at least 25 goals a season. It's such a hard situation to be in, mate, but I just hope he stays. I mean, Gerrard managed to talk Luis Suarez into staying an extra year at Liverpool as JFK, Ken. He said to Suarez, look, you scored 30 goals last year, Barcelona wanted you. Score 30 this year, they'll still be there. So I just hope Gerrard can have a word with the boy, because I think another season with us would be beneficial for his career also, not just to be selfish as a Rangers fan, Ox, but it'd be beneficial for his career. So it's a tricky situation we're in, mate, but I would love to get Gerrard to get him out in front of the press and to tell us that he was going to stay, just to put it all to bed, because as I say, it's getting worrying.
Well, the English window shuts on Thursday, I believe, isn't it?
But when does the German one?
10 days English League score left. I've seen that on Sky Sports News this morning.
The English League,
German one,
the Premier League.
But the French, the Spanish. He's touted all these clubs, mate.
For a while yet, yeah. They're out for a while yet. We'll see. Look, mate, if somebody comes in with stupid money, we'll have to go where it takes us, and we don't know what he's got in his contract. Players come and go and get injured, but Morelos is... he's a big asset, but we've got at the moment. I want him to stay, but you just have to move on if he goes and see where it takes you, mate. But it would be a bad day if he left us. Just on another note, old school play put a picture of Alan Carmichael in the lobby for those. So congratulations, Alan, and a strip will be on its way to your good self, Rangers Radio online on Twitter. Yeah. All right, so look, we talked before the show, and we talked before the tune about the defence, and we're going to Morelos there because it was Stevie G's interview on Sky where he was getting a bit fed up when I'm asked the question. What about a midfield conundrum? I'm going to go to Fox and then James. James and then JFK.
I've already nailed my colours to the mast on that. I think for me, it's Aribo, Kamara, and an exchange between Davis and Jack for me. One will play at certain games and the other will play in other games. But I think just the zest they bring to the midfield is what I like about them. I think they're going to be an absolute standout this year.
All right, just give me that again, Fox. Your midfield three. You're going for Davis,
Aribo and Kamara in the outside berths, and in the middle it'll be different games. It'll be Davis and Jack that'll vie for the other position.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's a lot of players left out there. James.
I mean, I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, we kind of went through the midfield and we all were asked to pick our three, and I went with Davis, Jack and Kamara, because I thought, at that time, sticking with the guys that finished the season so well was probably going to be the way to go. But I think having seen Aribo and the way that he started, I'm the exact same as Oxlade. I'm basically going for Aribo, Davis and Kamara, with Jack maybe rotating in for Davis at different games. So, I mean, the way Aribo drives at that defence and takes people on, and that left peg of his, different class. If he can keep that up, then brilliant. So I've kind of amended it. I think Aribo will hopefully be starting more of the games, because I think he could well be that kind of key unlocking defences that we were missing last year.
JFK, horses for courses, maybe away at Pittodrie.
Definitely horses for courses for me. It's Aribo, Davis and Kamara, and I totally agree with the guys here. Ryan Jack will get game time, so that'd be my mainstay in the middle. Davis, Kamara, and Aribo in there as well. So not much.
Standard, who does that leave out then?
Well, it doesn't leave Arfield it for me, mate, because he can play higher up in the left or higher up in the right. I would say central midfielders and central midfielders only, but only have four, mate, and that's the four that Fox mentioned. I wouldn't class Scott Arfield as a centre midfielder. I wouldn't class Greg Docherty as a centre midfielder. I think they can be tens, they can be right attacking mids and left attacking mids, which is not quite a winger. Yeah, I mean, it's just playing in the inside channel. I think Arfield will fit in the left inside channel this year, because I don't think Jordan Jones is going to be enough. I don't think he's going to bring enough to the team goal-wise and things like that, or assist-wise. But that's only, again, my opinion.